broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Hello and welcome to the AFTERBUZZ After Show for Law & Order Special Victims Unit. If you have not already, go to youtube.com/AfterBuzzTV. Hit subscribe. We're also on iTunes and SoundCloud. You can tweet us live during the show using the hashtag ABTVSVU. I'm your host, Yael Tygiel. That's right, I'm back. Kick Lauren out of here.
Hey.
We're talking about season 17, episode 11, Townhouse Incident. Dun dun. I feel like that was there. It should have been. It's fine. It's fine. We'll
You
get
did
there.
it. You
I did
filled
it.
it in.
I felt it. Let me introduce my lovely co-host. We have Isabelle Du.
Hey guys, it's Isabelle Du. I'm back again. Yay! And you guys can follow me all over social media. Just type in Isabelle Du because there's only one.
Boom.
There's only one.
Really?
There's only one.
Is there only one Yael Tygiel?
Of course there is.
That's so funny because guess what? There's only one Jesse Janedy as
Yay!
well.
DJ Jesse J is back in the house.
I'm so excited you guys are here.
Yeah.
I've never been able to do a show with Yael before, and it's for one of my favorite shows.
It's the
I'm
best show.
super excited.
Let's be honest, it's the best show.
Ever.
Anyone who follows me on Twitter knows that any day I'm not at work, I'm watching an SVU marathon. That's what I do in my free time.
And I just want to say what this show does to me. You might know me from some other Ratchet shows here at AfterBuzz TV.
I love
but
Ratchet.
this show, as I'm watching the episode, I'm tweeting. I was instantly writing, Liz is a bad bitch. And then I was like, Liz, you know, Liv, excuse me. She would not approve of me calling her a bitch.
Absolutely.
But I still did, but, you know, because
It's an endearing.
you know what I mean?
bitch.
And I realized that if I met her, I would have to have that conversation with her.
Right, well,
which probably wouldn't go too well.
Before we jump in, especially the conversations you have to have, guys, we need to have a conversation with you.
Yeah.
This show, especially this episode again, tackles very serious issues of assault and the like. So let us be clear, we understand these are very serious issues. They do happen, but sometimes it gets real dark and we have to make it real light because otherwise we go to dark places. So if you can't handle a little bit of inappropriate humor based on inappropriate actions, this might not be the show for you. And because these things do really happen, we have a hotline for anyone who might need it. Isabelle Du, take it away.
Yes, guys, you can go to the, you can call Rape, Abuse, Incest National Network, which is 1-800-656-HOPE. Again, that's 1-800-656-4673.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Rain better realize that we are putting out their
We're
stuff.
just
I
throw
hope
it
they
out
do.
there.
All right, let's jump into this episode. So,
Yes.
I watched the after show last week, and
Oh,
Jesse,
wait.
yes,
So sorry. Can I make one shout out though from
go
somebody?
for it. Go for it.
Because we actually have
We're in the chat roll.
We're in the chat roll. So if you guys want to write us any questions or have any comments, feel free to put it in there. And if I look and, you know,
Yeah.
hand-eye coordination. But we have Lisa from Ireland.
Wow.
Yay!
International.
Ooh,
Yeah.
so international. She's over there. It's like 2 a.m. So thanks for tuning in. And then I believe we have somebody from
Wait,
Argentina.
She's in Ireland. It's morning.
Yeah, she's
Top of the morning to you.
yeah.
It felt necessary.
And we have an Alejandra Gonzalez from Argentina. So yay!
Yay! Thanks, guys. That's right. If you're watching us live, get in the chat roll and talk
People
to
all
us.
over the world,
Okay, calm down.
join the chat room.
Where was I? Okay, so last week, that's what it was. You had said, oh my God, you wanted things, you love the idea of things being more complicated than they are. And so
Yep.
watching the beginning of this episode, had Lucy not gone to the townhouse first and just gone to Liv and been like, you should check out, I'm really worried, my whole thought the entire episode would have been that Lucy set up Benson.
Oh, there was a point where I thought that actually happened, to be quite honest.
I never thought that at all. Never.
Yeah, that's not
I'm
an
a,
SVU
I'm a
thing.
conspiracy theorist. So. This isn't Shades of Blue.
But yeah, no, that definitely crossed my mind. I was like, oh my God, What if Lucy set the whole thing up?
Like
Plot
she was
twist.
screwing the brother.
Yeah. Long, nice.
Wow.
Absolutely.
That couldn't have been more perfect.
Yeah, great. Good job. But so Lucy, because we did see her going up at the beginning, I was like, I guess not. That would have been so cool. Like, awful, but so, like, such a good twist.
Yeah, it would have been intense.
You know, I actually wouldn't have mind that because I know some of
Go
you guys.
for it.
This episode bored me.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
I'm gonna go there.
crazy.
Strong words.
I'm gonna go there. I was bored. I was waiting for something more exciting. Maybe the most exciting part for me was Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm getting off far ahead of myself
No, it's
there.
fine. So,
Yeah.
all right, so Liv's kidnapped. Let's talk. I just want to
See,
talk
the
about
only
Tucker.
horrible thing
Yeah.
for me was the title. Which, in that case, I wish Lucy was a part of the scam, so they could have called it the Babysitters Club or something.
You and your title.
That would have been good.
Sorry.
But yeah, the title was very unoriginal. Usually they slip in some sort of clever, witty wordplay.
Yeah.
Like, this happened at a townhouse. Okay.
It's the Townhouse incident. You know, speaking of clever and witty, I think the text that she sent to Lucy about like, take William, he's going to Lewis's
Yeah.
house. I would have not put that together. When she took it to the precinct, they said it. And Barba, I'm so glad he's back. Barba said it. Seriously, he was real absent last week. Real absent.
Oh, this bothers you.
Oh, I love Barba. Speaking of people I love. Okay, so I'm all guys.
I know. I was
this
just going to say,
episode-
this is definitely about a random arc here. I don't see it.
Sorry, guys. This episode, I liked it a lot. So I'm going to be all over the place with excitement.
I'm with you. I'm
Okay.
here riding that.
Wow. I'm the only... Okay, I know I'm not the only one because there's a few people who said that they found it boring.
Okay.
But there's...
Well, I'll say this. It is not original to see Benson
Kidnapped.
kidnapped. That's not an original
Or wanting to
concept.
save the babies.
Right.
But okay, so back to the text.
Yes.
Okay, the William Lewising. Exactly at what point did she text it though? Because he had her phone.
So
gave
it
it
was Roxy texted it. So when he was raping
Oh, yeah.
the other girl, when he was raping the girl, Roxy says to him, she gets a text and she says, "Oh, I need to respond to my babysitter. I need to tell her when to pick up my son from daycare." So Roxy sent the text, not knowing what it was.
They
And
didn't show it, but
didn't show it, yeah.
Gotcha.
I liked our villains. I liked that it was clearly there's one villain and two people who got looped into this crap.
You know, and I don't even know if I really want to call him a villain because he was just a crackhead.
Yeah,
yeah.
he definitely was.
I mean,
a
it was
crackhead.
almost like more to Roxy's point of view. It was almost looking at her like, girl, why are you following this man? He's
Right.
clearly unstable, and she seemed stable. And I mean, I
Yeah.
get people, you know, you need money or something, a quick situation. She seemed a little slow.
It reminded me a lot of the movie Hostage with Bruce Willis.
yeah.
Where, like, clearly there's one guy leading and the other guy's like, we signed up for like, robbing this house. We came to rob a house. This is not what we wanted.
But that feels almost like the whole video game, the Gamergate thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they're like, well, we didn't mean for it to go this far.
Right.
At all. And then also this whole hostage situation, it also feels so familiar with, because initially they wanted to do the burglary because Ralph's and Roxy's mom was sick, right?
Right.
Yep.
And so, first of all, I wasn't even sure if that was really a real reason.
Yeah.
It would have been nice if they went into a little bit more depth. And why did all of a sudden Joe was like more passionate, more gung-ho about this than them? So that to me felt like a disconnect because I was like, what are you in it for, really? Like, okay,
Who, Joe or her?
Joe, because at that point it just seems like he was on a power trip at that point.
He was on a cokehead.
coke,
He was
yeah.
going ham, in
snorting
that, which
coke.
is a power, which
Yeah.
creates a
I'll
power
say
trip
this.
in your head.
I didn't think about the villains because I was like, great, I don't care what their motive is or what. This was such a powerful Benson episode. And and I'll say, okay, so here's the thing about Tucker. So Joe asked her, who is someone high up that cares if you live? And in my head, I was like, they're gonna bring Stabler back. That's where I went.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think she was going to call anyone, to be quite honest.
I thought they called Barba. I did not see them calling Tucker.
Well, yeah, actually. Yeah.
I felt like it was going to be Tucker. And
Really?
yeah, I knew right off the bat it was going to be Tucker. But then my second choice, if it wasn't Tucker, was going to be Dodds. because he's like anybody who has more pull. So then you think, okay, who's above them, and who really cares for you? And Tucker and Dodds. It's between those two guys. I think she's gonna have that relationship.
Dodds or baby Dodds?
No, like big Dodds, Papa Dodds.
Yeah, Papa Dodds would have been a really smart choice.
Yep.
But I love seeing Tucker in this softened state.
Yes.
It was so nice to see him in that. I'm like, oh, you do have feelings and you do have a heart. And
he really turned me on. I'm not even gonna lie. I was sitting there, I don't even like older men like that, but I was like,
no,
well, everyone knows that I love Tucker.
I love Tucker. I've always
He's 100% in my
ice blue
from Gossip Girl. And then so
Gossip Girl.
One girl, Anna Andrade, says the girl getting raped was pointless and unnecessary in my opinion.
No, it had to pull at Olivia's heartstrings, and that like, can you imagine being in a room with a boy? And we all know how Liv feels about the babies, and her brother is listening to this happen. Now, to me, the disconnect. Here's where I felt the disconnect. I felt like Joe and Roxy, like, I didn't even realize they were in a relationship until it was said.
I don't know necessarily that they were.
Or maybe in one person once said they thought they were. Like, Joe was like,
because she said he saved me.
Yeah, which I wish they touched on that a little more, like to see the closeness of it, because
I love how much you guys are like focused on, because I really did not care about the villains or their motives.
I do, because when I watch this show and binge watching it, for me, the seasons got better because they really toned in on, kind of the structure of the show. And what bothered me with this one was the storyline was, I thought it was a cool storyline. I love seeing, it sounds so horrible to say, I love seeing Liv in these types of situations, but because her character is so endearing. And for me with this one, you're gonna make this big setup, and it's so dramatic, and it's like, well, why are these people doing why?
She should have gone into it or investigated a little bit more, or try to understand. I feel like she's always trying to figure out, like, well, hey, you're not like this. She usually she kind of figures like what makes this person tick. Why are they doing the things that they're doing? I think you need a tiny bit of a backstory. Do you guys remember the episode when they streamed at a college campus a video of a girl being held hostage?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember that?
Wait, it's Spectacle is the name of that episode.
Yeah. She's so good at that. She's
crazy.
I have it on my DVR waiting for me to forget what happened to rewatch it in a month.
And remember how and she's on it. So I remember the part when it just turns on everybody that kid just really wanted the cops to pay attention to his brother's cold case. So I was waiting I'm waiting for something.
Right.
And nothing.
Like the mother's sick, and we gotta just a continuation from that. That was the only real disconnect for me in the storyline. And as far as the little girl was concerned, and the other disconnect was that the children, I mean, I would be crying. I would be acting. I didn't feel like the kids were like.
Yeah, they were not crying.
The little boy just sitting over there playing Tetris. Like now that Liv's like.
The only time I felt it from the kids was when the girl was being pulled out to get raped, and she was looking at them going, "Somebody do something!"
Yeah.
And then the little boy starts shouting as she's getting raped, "Somebody help her!"
Yeah.
That did it for me, and I was like, "Oh,
that was a moment. Kids. That was a moment."
Bless
and
them.
then actually, when I want to keep calling her Foxy, when Roxy smashed her in her face.
When she hit her?
I didn't. I thought Roxy was gonna be the weak. I mean, I figured she was, but I figured she was gonna break earlier because Liv was tested. I'm surprised Liv didn't get at least a bullet wound to like the elbow or something.
I can't believe no one shot her.
Yeah.
Really crazy. Or like, but I mean, I get he was on drugs, but like, wouldn't as a bad guy you would think like, okay, there's no way I'm getting out of this unless Liv is getting in that car with me, and I'll kill her when I get to the ocean and hop on my jet, and because you're getting one of them.
I love his demands.
I know,
because the SUV, I was like, great, that makes sense, and the no driver. Great. That makes sense.
Clearing the path.
Clearing the path makes sense. The helicopter, I went, nope.
We got a little too far. It's like, I can fly.
No. The helicopter, you can fly to the private jet. I don't need a pilot, so I can fly. That I went, oh, okay.
Wasn't it a specific type of jet,
I'm
too?
sure.
It was very specific.
Because he can fly.
There were numbers and models involved. Yeah.
I almost was like, yeah, just let him do that and he'll kill himself
Yeah.
in this situation.
I actually was thinking when he said, I can fly, I thought Liv would say something like, you're flying now, to let them know, because they like thought that he was on drugs. And I loved when he was like, I want this. And she goes, Joe wants this.
Yep.
I totally didn't. I was like, why would she? That's weird.
Or that they didn't get, like...
Yeah, they didn't
Roxy.
pick up. Yeah, that she said, well, Roxy.
But they
Yeah.
also were dumb because they were robbing a house with no masks.
Not just no masks, they knew the guy, and there was no safe.
Yeah, but this was actually loosely based on a somewhat true case. It's based on a case in last July.
Oh,
Look what I brought. So it happened in DC last July, and it involved the Savopoulos family. And
Say it again.
they're Greek.
Savopoulos.
Savopoulos, thank you.
He's Greek.
Oh, good, perfect. You can read their name then.
It could have went two ways, though.
So they were actually held hostage by a guy who formerly worked for their family business.
Oh.
Scary.
Unlucky for them, they all died, the family. And they had him, the dad, actually get his assistant to pull $40,000 from the bank.
Wow.
To bring it to the house. And I thought that it was interesting they had a pizza reference in SVU. It's a very quick reference, but...
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh. And then he said something, Joe said, a pizza for a hostage during the whole negotiator.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's weird. And then I noticed in this particular case that the reason why they were able to catch the guy who did it, whose name was Wint, they caught Wint because he ordered pizza. He made the mom order pizza in the house.
Right.
And they found DNA on the pizza.
Interesting.
So I thought that was kind of like a little...
Nice. I
little
love when they
Easter.
do that.
Yeah, a little
They
Easter
should
egg.
do like...
Thank you. The more you know, guys.
Ah.
You know what Shark Tank does Beyond the Tank? They should do
Yeah.
Beyond the SVU.
Yeah.
That's
And
what
show
this
these
show
places.
is.
Well, yeah.
That's what we do.
We are beyond.
Just to be clear, that's what we
SVU.
do here is we
Okay, well,
give
I
you the
want
real
like an
stories.
acted out scene.
Oh, you
of
want like
it,
a
like the legit
dramatic?
scene of that. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Which I guess that's what Law and Order is.
Yes.
But...
All right, some other things we need to talk about. The original case that the detectives were working on when they thought Liv was at the DNA conference.
Oh, yeah.
Which I was reading an article. It was the push-in rapist, which we've heard about in a few episodes now.
For the DNA conference?
No, the push-in rapist. That has been mentioned in the last few episodes.
Did that involve the Central Park 5?
No,
or...
the Central Park 5 was a different one. But I think it was one of the recent episodes where they're working on one thing and there's another case happening or something. So the push-in rapist has been this very minimal through line.
It'll be a build-up.
And it sounds like they're building up to
They're going to bring it back.
Which I'm not sure I feel about, especially this episode, which we're going to have to deal with PTSD from it. I was reading another article about how Liv is going to have to deal with she has to be approved by a therapist before she can go back to work.
Well, yeah, because didn't that kind of almost happen with the whole...
William Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's different. That was a little more intense.
See, this is the thing. Based on the previews, it looks like they just kind of like
Rush over it.
rushed over it. It felt like they barely...
Well, let's not get into predictions yet. Hold on to those thoughts. Because there's still more to talk about in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
And before we do that, guys, I want to take a minute to thank you all for tuning in. Thank you to everyone live in the chat roll. We gave some shout outs early on.
Yes.
We might have more later. Thank you to everyone who goes onto iTunes. That's right. We do the show for you guys for free because we love you and we love SVU and we love Liv.
Team Liv.
And, Superwoman here for the
Hashtag
babies.
we are with Liv, or with Benson. That was trending. Anyway, so we do the show for you guys because we love you and we want you to do a very simple thing for us. One, make sure you subscribe on iTunes. That way you don't miss a single episode because although this season we are going in order and covering every episode, when there are no episodes, we're going back and doing ones we missed last season. So make sure you're subscribed on iTunes. Also, that's right, if you write us a review, you get it read right here live on the air and a shout out. So if you like us, give us a 5-star rating. If you don't like us, that's a 4-star rating. And if you want to, the other buttons, they don't work. So don't worry about the other stars.
So I have
Yes.
I have a couple people in here
In the chat?
in the chat roll
Okay.
here. So
I
it
also
looks
have
like
reviews to read.
oh, should we do the reviews
No,
first?
do the chat roll.
So Leslie Tat Hog 342 and Lauren Kimas, they talk about how it's an episode. The Push and Rapist was an episode where the black kid
When they
got shot.
the wrong kid.
He was guilty by association because he was black.
Right. And that was what this this kid when they caught him, that's what he said.
Okay.
You can shoot me, another unarmed black man. He was holding a gun.
Yeah.
Unarmed.
Well, the kid didn't say that. His lawyer said that.
He said it first.
Oh, really?
He said it. He said it. All right.
But we all saw it.
Yeah, we all saw the gun.
We were all there.
Cameras. Okay. I have 2 reviews. That's 2.
Yay.
On iTunes. So F Hockey Diva slash. Oh no, that's a hockey stick. Sorry, it's an emoji. I was like, that's a big old slash. Yas Heart is the title. I had to say it. 5-star review. It says Yas. Okay. OMG, I absolutely love this podcast. Yael and Lauren and Isabelle are great, and their analysis are always on point. This emoji. I'm reading the emojis. I've been a huge fan of SVU forever, so it's nice to know that you guys are as crazy about it as I am. I really am. The one thing I'd really love is if you all could go back and do some older episodes, the Golden Years with Elliot. Preferably from seasons 2 to 7. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys. So once we fix the mistake of the ones we missed last episode, this show likes to take weird hiatuses. Yeah. Hiati, as I'm going to call them. We will definitely go back and we did fan favorite episodes previously, so we will just randomly pick episodes we like. I have 15 on my DVR right now that are old episodes that I would love for us to cover because I watch them on repeat. Seriously, every time there's a marathon, I'm just like, I like this one, and I'm going to record this one. Anyway. Okay, we have another review. One of AfterBuzz TV's best shows. 5 stars from John. I can't read your last name, John.
Yay, thanks, John.
Thanks, John. You guys bring humor to these sometimes tragic episodes, and I admire that.
Verbatim.
Can't wait till the season starts again. Yep, we do. We bring humor to awful things. So thank you guys so much for writing your reviews. That's what you get, a shout out. I read them as much as I can. I can't read. Okay, let's talk about this episode more. All right, so when we have the trade of the first hostage, which is the dad, who I completely forgot about.
Oh my god!
So many times.
Until he I feel like they just repeated the footage of him getting kicked all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was literally just that. I'm like, I'm pretty sure that was the same exact shot, and they just.
So when they were like, he said he'd release one, I was like, oh, the girl because she was raped, and so they get the dad, or the boy because he's the little boy, and then they take the dad, and I went, oh yeah.
Okay, but which made sense for if Roxy was the one to say, but it looked like Joe was the one who came up with the idea, and I'm like. I don't know if a crack guy would have remembered that the dead man
like that he's about to die.
Or...
It means that Liv had to sit and argue, argue for him, which I would have liked to see.
Get him help, because he was
right. But we did get, and I'm gonna say how much I like this. I now like baby Dodds, and y'all can figure out why. Because I got to see him as adorable little undies.
I would have never guessed that. But yeah, that was fun.
But he stripped down and he looked great.
He did though. I'm not gonna lie. His legs were everything.
It was great. His legs and butt. I was like, I like baby Dodds.
I'm down for gratuitous shots. Yeah. We needed a little bit of that in here.
Yeah, and that was literally the moment I went, I like baby Dodds. They were pretty. Those legs.
I liked how he's still trying to exert his I'm in charge.
Yeah.
But it's not. I don't know. I still feel it's kind of. Finn is like, no, buddy.
Yeah.
No.
Finn was like, all right.
Whatever.
But I feel like that was almost an emasculating moment for him where he's like, okay, I gotta go in with the random guy that's...
With the actual EMT? Yeah. I liked that.
They got their life. So they could float on out when they crash in the airplane.
The
bulletproof vest. Yeah. Which I questioned. I was like, why didn't the police think that they might take those from them?
But I still don't think that was like even a big deal because they would have
shot him in the head.
In some way or
they
another.
Had snipers.
But
And the sniper shoots to kill in a hostage situation.
I would have liked to have seen the villains to have heeded Olivia's advice
Yeah.
or guidance. She's like, I know what they're going to do, so this is going to happen.
Right.
And it's like, why don't you listen to the cop?
Well, I felt like Roxy was going to finally convince him
Yeah.
to doing it. And then I got excited. Like, are we really about to go on like a little chase right now? Because if they get in this car,
Yeah.
with, like, I don't know how Olivia's going to handle this at this point. Like,
That
she's
would've been-
traumatic. She's gone through stuff. So
Yeah.
it's like, and now here it comes again. And I was also nervous that she was going to get raped again.
Oh, yeah.
And then it started like make me think things like, I don't know if this job is like for her right now, because this is, you know, I'm just worried for you, Liv.
And do we all see how baby Noah is
Oh my
Okay,
god.
you want to talk
not
about
baby
Noah?
Noah?
But that's because they fast forward 3 months at last week.
Because she already had the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel about that? Because you guys weren't here.
Right. Everyone knows how I feel about babies. What else? And thank you to the people who tweeted us the deleted scene.
Yes.
I didn't watch it because I don't care for babies, but she had a baby. What? I don't care for babies.
But how do you care about? Okay, let's remove the baby from the conversation. Them fast forwarding 3 months with that hiatus, like
Here's
that.
the thing. I felt like last episode, seeing as how it was Christmas break, was supposed to happen before the holidays.
Okay.
I think it was shot with the intention of happening before the holidays. And this was supposed to be the first one back.
Yeah, I felt like,
That's
whoa,
what I
random
believe.
second episode.
I can see that. I can definitely see that.
Which makes a 3-month time jump reasonable.
Okay.
Also, when I saw baby Noah, I went, I don't like kids particularly, but I know that's not the same one.
Yeah, dapper little Noah.
Yeah, like baby
Switcheroo.
Noah had a giant head and a weirdo face that was never happy.
I don't know. Babies get replaced all the time.
Yeah.
They get recast all the time. I did feel like he was way too big already. And I was like, I didn't have to go that way at all.
Also, we don't need to see him. But I feel like at this point,
Yeah.
I feel like at this point they made him older so that we don't have to see him, right? Because like when he's a baby, like the baby, she has to be there all the time.
I'm just scared, y'all, because when Joe was like, yo, baby's next, I'm scared that that's going to be an episode.
I wanted to go there.
Joe's dead.
Huh?
Joe's dead.
I'm not saying Joe's going to do it, but I'm just saying in the future
That someone's gonna come
this is
after
going to
him.
happen. I see this happening as a storyline, and I'm just like, look, Liv has been through too much, y'all. If it's baby Noah, I'm scared to see what is going to happen.
I wanted to go there because I feel like baby Noah is such an afterthought.
Yeah.
Even in this episode when Joe's like, oh, so is this your baby? Then we know you don't want to die. I'm like, oh, okay. I like how you slipped it in there, but let's give baby Noah a little bit more meaning or something.
Or just remove.
Yeah, we could just remove him altogether, guys.
It's too late
like
now.
it. Yeah,
It's too late now.
I'd be so down with them killing off baby Noah. That said, I can't believe they kept. I believe Rollins had her baby. Fun fact for those who didn't know, the baby playing Rollins' baby is Kelly Gish's whatever her name is.
Actual
child.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody asked, Yael, why don't you like babies? Jasmine Payton asked that.
That's not your business, Jen. I just don't like
personal
kids.
preference.
I don't know. They're snot-nosed poop factories.
There you go.
Germ factories.
We all are, but we just control it better.
Yeah. Anyway.
I like that.
Now you guys distracted me with how much I don't like
Poop
kids.
factories.
Poop factories.
They are. Oh,
Fun fact.
can I give you guys?
I teach Sunday school. Go on.
Can I give you guys a stat?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
We love, just to be clear for those who are tuning in for the first time, we love giving you real facts and
Yes.
real knowledge. Go.
yes. So police1.com, they talked. I was curious about hostage situations because I love negotiation movies, and actually, I used to work with a girl who was a former negotiator, and now she sells timeshares. But
I believe it.
yep.
Probably really good at that.
She's actually a best-selling salesperson. So, yes. And so on police1.com, they said that fewer than 20% of law enforcement critical incidents deal with actual hostage taking. And 95% of those containment and negotiation strategies actually yield that much of a success rate where they resolve it without any fatalities to both the hostages and the hostage taker.
Wow.
Which is a pretty darn good statistic, I think.
I mean, watching this episode, you know, you go through the back and forths of, okay, is this realistic? Because, you know, it's almost like watching a horror movie. It's like, they wouldn't have done that. I was asking, if this man's on drugs, waving a gun around, how is he sane enough to know, well, if I shoot this person, then I'm not going to get the...
Right.
You know, so there were things with that, but... I thought it was awesome the way Liv. I was questioning if Liv was actually scared or if she was like, I got this, and we got. And now that the team's outside, because she walked to them, I was wondering her assessment of them.
Yeah,
we never really touched on that. I mean, I don't know how they could without an inner monologue.
Right.
But that intrigued me of how she wanted to handle them, and literally like walked through the whole
really
thing.
did.
I was like, bye, bitch.
Here's the manual how to get out of this situation.
So I'll say that the move that she did to disarm the guy,
awesome.
that is a Krav Maga move.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I learned that move.
You took Krav Maga?
Of course I took
That's
Krav
so
Maga.
funny.
I'm
I took one
Israeli.
class too.
Oh, I've always wanted to take Krav Maga. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
That was me.
I want to be on her team.
Yeah. But like I saw it, I was like, oh, I know how to do that. That's very exciting.
Did you see that happening?
No, I saw as soon as the kids were gone, I saw her distracting him enough that she could get out of the way and them shooting him. Like I knew that he was getting shot.
Were you, at any point were you guys scared that? Because I did. I was kind of scared because what was the other cop talking about? Get ready to fire. That they were gonna really try and take the shot. Once the kids had walked away, that's what I was scared of.
It crossed my mind that this was the last time we'd see Mariska. And I thought,
whoa.
That's so funny. The
That
person I
actually crossed
watched
your
it with said the same
I
exact
said
thing.
that would be an amazing way to get rid of the character. Like, it would be heartbreaking, and I would not accept the show going on
You
without
can't.
her.
This show is Law
I
and
can't believe,
Olivia.
I can't believe that even crossed your mind because...
No, I swear the person I watched was asked the same thing. They said, Liv's gonna die this episode. I said, no shit, there's no show.
No, I'm not saying it was gonna happen. I was saying that if this were the way to go, I would have been like, what a way to go.
That would have really thrown me off because actually I think that's the reason why I was bored with this episode is because I knew she was going to be okay.
Yeah.
You know from day one you're like, she's going to be okay.
Always. I mean, I don't know. Could you guys really watch this show without her? I couldn't.
We thought we couldn't do it without Stabler, and we did.
Yeah.
But that said, that means that no one from the original cast is on the show anymore.
Yeah.
Because Finn joined in season 2.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So that is something to consider. I don't know if I could continue with a show that it doesn't have any original cast members.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's strong enough to
That's
really
what we
carry
need
it
is we need a
through.
strong enough person.
And to your point about him being on drugs the whole time, the thought that crossed my mind was, how has that gun not gone off?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you are so high. There is no way you
Yeah.
didn't accidentally shoot someone in the foot.
Or shoot something
Yeah.
in there. And then the other question was, and maybe it slipped me, did we see the rifle come in? Because I was like, did that just show up?
His giant gun, it was
Machine
mentioned.
gun?
It was mentioned that he
Yeah.
had a machine gun-like thing. By, was it the mom?
mom.
When they finally captured her?
But I don't think I saw one either.
We didn't see it until Dodds was in his underwear.
Yeah.
I'm surprised I even noticed it.
I wonder if
his
that's what he was packing.
whitey tighties.
Oh, they were so cute. They were black.
Yep.
Oh, were they black?
Yes.
the white,
No, I swear they were white.
No,
they
the
were
black
black.
cop had the white.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Color contrast.
I
Okay.
remember them legs.
We paid attention. All right, I think it's time to head into predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Okay, so next episode, season 17, episode 12. It's a he said, she said, date rape, high school teen thing.
I just love how that was put together right there.
What? That's
It
what
just
was.
sounds so
It
like.
happens a lot.
It's a he said, she said, high school teen rape thing, date rape thing, and it's directed by Mariska.
Right.
Here's the thing that angered me so much in the promo, because it goes back to last week's episode and like recent episodes this season. She asks the victim, "Did you say yes?" In the 17 years of this show, has she ever said to a victim, "Did you say yes?"
No, she sides with the victim.
Hell to the no!
Exactly.
All
The
the time.
question is, did you say no? Right? Because if you said no, that's rape. It does not matter if you said yes originally.
But we don't know yet.
We don't know the story.
We don't know the
Or the
story.
context.
Who knows? I mean, this is where the predictions go, I guess.
Yeah.
This is where it takes place.
It just, I mean, if you look at, you guys talked about it a lot last episode, the fact that that Phoebe, the hot teacher, was completely forgiven for her raping of those students. And I feel like, and the also the coerced confession that came in that they were going to use, that just feels like this season Olivia's forgotten what her job is.
You know, actually, so when I saw that in the promo, I was thinking that maybe it was just a snippet of possibly her asking, like, did you say yes? Because they want to know how to prepare for their court case. Like, maybe that's something.
Like, it's just the context is taken.
Yeah.
It's just taken out, but the impression I had was that maybe on the other side, they've already came up with the argument that, well, it was consensual. And then, so they just want to get her side saying, like, did you say it? So that way they can prepare for the case and how to get around that. That's what I was thinking.
I see.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah. Because that would be very insensitive of her. Yeah.
I mean, I've never known this, but is this her first directing debut?
No, this would be like her third.
Okay. I'm going to have to see what the other episodes are, because that actually, I've never looked at that before, but that really is intriguing. You know, here's this woman who has been this character, so for her to get behind the camera and really put her hands in it.
I love the ones that she directed. Yeah, the one with Amaro and his dad. I know
Amaro's dad. I hated that.
I know you didn't like that one. I loved it.
But this will be a rape one, you know, and we know how she feels about that.
I do love rape ones.
I feel like she's really going to get her hands in there, and no pun intended, you know.
I also, from the promo, it looks like it's like prom or a dance or something. It's
homecoming.
their first time. It's romantic and whatnots, and then she says no. Anyway, I fear, because of where we've been this season, I fear it's going to end up being an open ending.
And question for you guys, because you weren't here last week. I felt like off of last week that there could have been a continuation.
It's
we might
not
come back.
coming back.
You know, I felt like it was just crammed in so much. And
that it was like they didn't touch everything.
Yeah, I was hoping that there would be a continuation, but then I thought, no, it seems like they were cutting it.
So
there.
Lauren said to me, she was like, yeah, this show is infamous for making you want that, and then they never give it to you.
Yeah.
Is that, and I don't know, is that something that you guys would like out of the show for them? Because I know a few episodes back, they kind of touched on a past episode, a past case. That's so interesting to me, and it really creates a world.
I think that's why we keep watching it. It's like, you know, when they say about commercials, the commercials get stuck in your head because they play a song, but they don't finish the song, and you don't realize it. And so your head keeps trying to finish it, and that's why it keeps looping in your head. So I feel with Law and Order, it's like this addiction that you have. Like, you're just kind of like, really what goes on, you know? And so you keep watching, like, hoping, and it doesn't come.
I dance every time the song comes on, the theme song comes on.
It's the best
I get made fun of all the time.
I mean, one of my favorite episodes of SVU is Doubt. I've talked about it here before. It's the Billy Campbell and Shoshana Sussman episode where he's the teacher and she's the student, the art student.
Oh.
Love the episode where it ends literally with the foreperson saying, we the people, we find the defendant.
Oh.
And then it cuts off.
Oh, yeah.
Like, come on!
Because it's a he said, she said. And I feel like, I know that they can't do that specifically again, but like, I feel like they could pull more of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a couple, Hanan. I love how. Hanan. She's just so good about always contributing. She says, I don't care to watch the promos anymore, typically.
Oh, yeah.
And then Jasmine says, I see why they are misleading. And Hanan says, if I happen to watch one, I don't get upset.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hanan is better than me. Let's be honest. No, but I mean, it's like the promo. It's like the promo earlier this season where Baby Benson was missing, and I jokingly said, like, wouldn't it be funny if that's the first 10 minutes and then it's like resolved and we move on? And that's exactly what happened.
And it came true.
Yeah,
it came true.
Yeah, I feel like that's, and this promo, the promo for tonight's this episode, Townhouse Incident, was also just the first few minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
I think the next one, based on the promo alone, again, it looks boring. I hope it's not. I hope it's gonna.
Did you think this one was gonna be boring? Like when I saw the promo for this one, I was like, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
I thought
I felt like they were cinematically.
Yeah.
I thought they were taking it to another level.
I thought this was gonna be exciting, and then so that's why when I watched, I was like,
Yeah.
Okay. But the next one, I'm like, okay, maybe it looks boring, but it's not. It might be.
There's a real good chance that it's going to be the first half, this entire he said, she said, date rape teen storyline, and then it'll twist to either another case or a law or something relevant. So there's a good chance that that's the first half, and there's something else completely next week.
I totally see that.
That's a thing they do.
They also could totally take it to the left and bring back Rollins' baby, because we saw that for the first
The baby will be there.
3 seconds,
Why?
and then have never seen anything about it.
Why?
I think the baby will
even
make a
seen her.
cameo.
Do we need the baby?
But I guess she's technically, after having a baby, has time off, right?
Yeah,
so
she's
that's why
having a
she's not.
baby.
Yeah, well, I understand that, but there are how many millions of people that watch this show that want to know the damn story, okay?
I'm saying it now. If we're not bringing back her baby daddy, Declan Murphy, then it's not worth it. I don't care.
Send the baby to.
I think he will be back. I think there's something at the end.
All right,
I think there's definitely gonna be something at the
I
end.
love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick. Who thought when Liv was freed, who thought Tucker and her were going to kiss?
Yeah.
Right?
I wanted it to happen.
It just looked
loved
so
them.
perfect.
I love them so much, and I hope I see more Tucker because I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I love you.
Like, he knows how to handle a woman like that.
Oh, he's
and
a
like
man.
love
He's a
her and take
man.
care of her, and it
Ugh,
just be.
But-
Stop.
I just want to watch them drink
Yeah.
wine. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like at the dinner
But
table.
did you guys see him switch back to professional mode?
Yeah.
Like, I forgot what he's like. Oh, it's no big deal. It's something I'm gonna do anyways.
Man, such a straight man.
Yeah. Oh,
Take out the moment.
so good. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for season 17, episode 11, Townhouse Incident. Go to iTunes. Make sure you've rated and reviewed us. Also, subscribe. If you're on YouTube, hit the thumbs up. Jesse, thank you for joining us. Tell people where they can find you online.
Everywhere at DJ Jesse J.
Okay.
And you guys can find me, Isabelle Do, everywhere at Isabelle Do.
You can find me everywhere at Yael Tygiel. I'm going to spell that for you. It's YAELTYGIEL. And I'm also online at Yael.tv. That's YAEL.tv. We'll see you here live every Thursday. I was like, what day is it? Thursday at 6 p.m. for more SVU on AfterBuzz. Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Dun dun.
Ron, where are you? I'm in a glass case.
Views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.